Welcome to the 49th Commencement for Sierra Nevada College. Please join me in thanking Donna Axton, Professor of Music and Psychology and Music Program Chair, for her music this morning. Please rise and join the graduates in the National Anthem, which is being performed by Brad Perry, Adjunct Professor of Music.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Thank you, Brad. As always, that was terrific. You may be seated. And good morning. My name is Alan Walker. I'm the president of Sierra Nevada College. And on behalf of the entire Sierra Nevada College community, I want to welcome you once again to our 49th commencement. Today is a special day for you, our graduates. From today on, you will join thousands of alumni from all around the world and take your place among the ranks of those who have become leaders in public service, CEOs, great scholars, and productive citizens of society. You know, I want to take a moment and say that commencement is always my favorite, has always been my favorite event every year. But this particular commencement is very special to me personally. For those of you who came here as freshmen, I joined you back in the fall of 2015 and lived with you in the residence hall right behind us here. For my first year here at SNC, I ate with you in the dining hall. I stood out in the parking lot in my pajamas with you in the middle of the night when somebody pulled the fire alarm. I went up to Diamond Peak skiing with you when I called a snow day. And I became part of your class. So for that reason, this class in particular will always be very, very special to me personally. At this time, it's appropriate to take a moment to recognize those of you who are graduating with honors. Will those with honors cords please rise so that we may recognize the special distinction you have earned? Honors cords. Thank you, well done. The college is, of course, very proud of every one of our graduates. This day is significant not only to you, but to your family and friends as well. This is the day when the years of hard work and the sacrifices that you and others have made on your behalf are rewarded. Our college is governed by an autonomous board of trustees. The trustees are private citizens who serve the college without remuneration and who set policy and direction for the college. The college is very grateful to these men and women for their unselfish contribution and dedication. And now it's my pleasure to introduce the members of the Platform Party. As I say their names and introduce them, I'm going to ask them to please stand. First, Beth Talaferio, Chair of the Department of Teacher Education. Dr. Andy Rose, Chair of the Science and Technology Department. June Saraceno, Chair of Humanities and Social Sciences and Associate Provost. Sherry Leigh O'Connor, Chair of Fine Arts. Dr. Dan O'Brien, Associate Provost. Dr. Mark Atkinson, Vice President for Academic Extension. Jim Steinman, a member of our Board of Trustees. Bob Prager, a member of our Board of Trustees. Justin Spees, Chair of the Business Department. Dr. Merle Gautam, member of our Board of Trustees. Warren Kochman, member of our Board of Trustees. Shannon Beats, Provost and Executive Vice President. Lehan Chan, Commencement Speaker and a member of a SNC Board of Trustees. And an alum. And Dave Collins, Chair of the Advancement Committee and a member of our Board of Trustees. The next group that deserves our recognition is our faculty. They are the very heart of this college. They are the reason that each of you is here today. It is their intellect, their creativity, and passion for teaching that gives us purpose. Without them, this institution would not exist. Therefore, it is to our faculty that we must express special recognition today. I'd like all the members of the faculty to stand, and I'm asking all of you to join me in applauding them for the fine education they have provided. Members of the faculty, please stand. Thank you. It is now my pleasure to introduce Dr. Bob Goff, President of Sierra Angels, who will present the Sierra Angel Entrepreneur of the Year Award. The Sierra Angels Entrepreneur of the Year Award was reestablished in 2015 to honor outstanding entrepreneurial thinking and achievement. The award recipient embodies the entrepreneurial mindset and has significant professional accomplishments, commitment to entrepreneurship in our community, and a dedicated relationship with Sierra Angels and Sierra Nevada College. Sierra Angels promotes and supports entrepreneurial and innovative company formations and growth by providing mentoring and funding for meritorious early-stage enterprises. Dr. Bob Goff.
Thanks, President Walker. It's now my great pleasure to invite up Aaron Kirsten, the awardee. Aaron was a intern in the 2007-2008 program and was a star then and has gone on to wonderful progress and successes. Aaron, it's a great pleasure.
Down. All right, so surreal being up here. I was sitting where you guys were. Seems like 2 years ago. It was about 10 years ago, but still, it's pretty. It's been a great journey. I don't know. Any words I can pass on just from my brief tenure in the workforce here, but Just encourage you guys to remain humble, ask a lot of questions when you're out there. Do not let your ego get in the way of any decisions you're making, and as always, just be compassionate and thank those around you. So just want to do a quick thank you to my family who came up from the Bay Area. They are entrepreneurs themselves. They wanted to make things extra difficult on themselves by getting into the nonprofit world. So they've been doing that for over 45 years. And anytime I get stressed over something somewhat trivial with my own business, I remember, I'm not responsible for 20 plus people's lives every single day. So it's got to put things in perspective. Another thank you to Rick Normington, huge mentor of mine. Guy was endlessly compassionate and helpful to me. And of course, Bob Goff. So thank you so much for getting me into the Sarah Angels and learned a lot. So thank you all.
It's my great pleasure to award the Nazir and Mary Ansari Excellence in Teaching Gold Medal Award. This award was established in 2013 by Drs. Nazir and Mary Ansari, and it recognizes excellence and innovation in teaching at Sierra Nevada College. The recipient is a full-time faculty member held in high esteem by both the faculty and students. In fact, over 400 students and alumni were surveyed and asked who the nominees for this award should be, and then a 3-person panel visited their class and reviewed their teaching philosophy in order to select the winner. This faculty member always exhibits excellence in working with students in both teaching and advising. They are a mentor, and they manifest Sierra Nevada College's belief in a student-centric teaching model based in active learning. I would like Dr. Andy Roast to come to the stage. While Andy stands here with me, I want to read to you the comment for one of his student nominees. Andy Roast embodies what it means to be a professor. He is Sierra Nevada College personified, a scholar, an outdoorsman, a leader, and a role model. He's constantly striving to make himself, his students, the people, and the places around him better, and he goes above and beyond to do this. I can think of no better person to nominate for this award. And I can think of no better recipient, Andy. You're the first award winner of this incredibly prestigious award to ever receive a perfect score from your evaluation. I have one more award to give out today. This is our POD Award. It's the Perspectives on Design for Outstanding Student Artist. The POD Award for Outstanding Student Artist of the Year was established with a significant endowment by 2 anonymous donors. The donors that established this award have a deep love of higher education, and they're committed to supporting students as they pursue their artistic talents. The award recognizes extraordinary student talent, and it provides a stipend to support the expense of creating art. It provides exposure to the greater art community, regionally and nationally, and it provides a special showing in a venue selected by the college in collaboration with the artist. This year, the recipient's solo BFA exhibition, which I had the pleasure to see and was absolutely stunning, was called Unsettled Residue. She will be doing an internship at the world-renowned Anderson Ranch Art Center in Aspen, Colorado, with the stipend she's receiving from this award. It's my deep pleasure to announce Anna Rose Vanell. Congratulations.
Now I'm going to introduce this year's valedictorian, Eva Jasbeck. As she makes her way to the stage, I'll tell you a little bit about Eva. She came here straight from finishing high school in Slovenia, which is where she grew up. She was recruited to Sierra Nevada College to continue her ski racing career as part of the SNC Alpine ski team. In the past 4 years, Eva has traveled all around the U.S. proudly representing Sierra Nevada College at all our competitions and practices. In her 4 years here, the SNC Women's Alpine Ski Team won the USCSA Nationals overall title twice and ranked second twice. Eva can ski backwards faster than I can ski forwards. Eva has always been interested in human bodies from the neurological, metabolic, and physical points of view, so majoring in biology was a natural choice for her. At the same time, she was very much aware of the environmental situation we were all facing as a society. That is why she decided to add an environmental science major to her studies as well. She wanted to learn more about the damage we're causing and what are some of the ways she can contribute to minimizing it. During the last 4 years, Eva spent 7 semesters tutoring math and science at SNC. She interned at the UC Davis Turk Chemistry Laboratory for 9 months, where she contributed to the long-term monitoring data set on Lake Tahoe water quality. For the past 12 months, she's been conducting clinical research on patients with chronic fatigue syndrome at the Cimarron Research Center, which is an Incline Village scientific nonprofit that focuses on identifying promising new avenues for CFS research. Eva was fortunate enough as well to receive the National Institute of Health Travel Award to attend a workshop for young early career ME CFS investigators. Eva has won several awards this year, including Achievement in Professional Preparedness and the People's Choice Award at the Student Symposium. Ladies and gentlemen, I give you our 2019 valedictorian, Eva Jasbeck.
Hi, everyone. As I look at the crowd seated before me today, I see faces full of emotions in everyone present. Friends and family feeling unmeasurable pride in their graduates' accomplishments. Professors and advisors excited, some maybe a little relieved, about escorting the next generation out into the world. But nothing can compare to the feelings that we graduates feel right now. Less than 4 years ago, we all embarked on this journey together. It was the first time many of us lived on our own. We moved into the dorms with the people we've just met. We learned new and interesting things like items that can be cooked in the microwave without setting off the fire alarm, or how to throw a party at the dorms without getting caught by the RAs. We quickly made new friends, some of which turned into family. But looking back on those first days, the orientation week, the first few weeks following, do you remember how frightened we were? How scared we were of the unknown, of failure, and of the future? What if we don't make friends? What if we don't fit in? I was once asked what I was most afraid of. Almost immediately, I replied, spiders. But I was wrong. My biggest fear is unfulfilled potential. It is not achieving the high expectations I have set for myself, or meeting the expectations that people around me believe I can achieve. But looking back in the past 4 years, I've reached, if not superseded, every single one of those expectations that once frightened me. For starters, look at us all here graduating today. I'm sure there's been days when some of us doubted it for a second. During the past years, my dad casually threw things into our conversations like, when you finish school with all those A's, or next year when you become the valedictorian. I often just smiled and brushed it off, but here I am today talking to you as this year's valedictorian. I walked into Andy's office, he was my advisor, at the beginning of the semester looking for help and ideas on my senior research project. Do you want to know what he told me? He said, I'm sorry, I can't talk right now. But you're smart. I'm not worried about you. I'm sure you'll figure it out. And it fired me up. If he believed I could do it, then why shouldn't I believe also? And again, 4 months later, I had presented my project at the National Institute of Health Conference, and I won the People's Choice Award at the Senior Research Symposium here at SNC. I'm not saying it will always work out. Sometimes we'll fail, and we might fail big. But no matter how scary it might be, setting high expectations means establishing a path to success. Denzel Washington once said, "Don't be afraid to fail big, to dream big. But remember, dreams without goals are just dreams, and they ultimately fuel disappointment." Those of you who know me well also know that I've been working my ass off to be where I am today. My days have often gone from 7 in the morning when ski practice started till 8 p.m. non-stop, juggling between school and work, oftentimes not even having a break long enough to grab lunch. So what I'm trying to say is have dreams and have goals, but also understand that to achieve these goals, discipline and consistency need to be applied. My fuel and inspiration for staying up late at night during finals week to waking up early in the mornings all winter long came from all of you guys. My fellow ski team members, and yes, Bilde, you're included in this, taught me from day one that missing assignments or settling for anything less than an A is just not the way we roll. You guys made working hard fun. And when Branko was still here, he made sure about that. By the way, Branko, I'm forever grateful for your recruitment. If it wasn't for you, my older brother Jaka never would have paved this path for me. And thank you, Jaka, for becoming someone I look up to. Camping nights with the science department and bonfire dinners at the beach with breathtaking sunsets gave me the motivation to stick through the in-class lectures, which, as we all know, is not always easy. Participating in psychology research projects and learning about their ideas and how to approach certain questions inspired me to think innovatively about testing my own ideas. Visiting the psychology and humanities department symposiums has always been inspiring, and it showed me just how much can be achieved if you're willing to put effort into your work. Speaking of work and effort, seeing the amount of sweat put into the pitch competition at the SNC business plan competition by some of our students really fired me up to commit even more work into my own research and to put even more attention to details that may not seem as important from the outside. Spending the last 4 years with all of you guys have been some of the best years of my life. Look at how connected we became with one another. We've created a small, supportive community that always has your back and at the same time pushes you past your limits. How many graduates at other schools do you think can say they know everyone in their graduating class? You'll run into someone you know just walking to the beach or visiting Rayleigh's, and I don't even dare to mention Brookings on a Saturday night. A couple months ago, I asked Andy Rose to participate as a healthy control subject in one of our studies at Cimarron Research, which is where I spent the last year interning. Even though it was last minute, Andy immediately responded and was willing to come in for a blood draw that same day. I worked there with another SNC alum, Marco Maynard, who also happens to be one of Andy's previous students. The look on Andy's face when he saw Marco and I in action was one of the most genuinely proud looks I've seen in a while. At that moment, I could really tell just how much he cares about his students and how happy it makes him to see us do well. Professors like Andy are what makes this school different, and they are the ones that have constantly pushed us to do better and to try harder. With all that said, just how excited are we to have made it here today? We're ready to close this chapter of our lives and move on to the next. But whether we admit it or not, maybe we all feel that same fear we felt as freshmen. The fear of losing touch with the friends we've made. The fear of not finding the ideal job or apartment. The fear of what the future holds, and the fear of not achieving our full potential. I am proud to say that Sierra Nevada College has provided us with the tools we need to succeed. We didn't only see the world outside the classroom, we've experienced it. We were taught to question what goes on in everyday life. The interdisciplinary curriculum we received may not have always made sense, but it made us prepared to face all aspects of life and to overcome our fears. We leave this place today as well-rounded people who have the confidence to touch the lives of people around us. We were taught about the injustices of the world and the steps we could take to ignite change. So remember to dream big, because when you work hard enough for something, no goal is too high. When I look at the bright horizon that is our future, I am filled with excitement. To quote a social activist, Marianne Williamson, our deepest fear is not that we are inadequate. Our deepest fear is that we are powerful beyond measure. It is our light, not our darkness, that most frightens us. Class of 2019, let's turn on our brightest light and show the world what it means to be an eagle.
Thank you, Eva. You are truly an outstanding representative of Sierra Nevada College. We will miss you. Next, I'm going to ask Akela Monez-Lewis, class of 2019, to perform a future reflection, which he composed.
Good morning. Quick correction. The song I initially called Future Reflections, and I wrote a different one, so this one's called You're Not Alone. But thank you. We've been looking, but has it been found? I don't really know. Last few years have been some of the best, and that's for sure. I guess it feels like this has become something like a home. You might end up far away, but not alone. You're not alone, no, you're not alone. No matter how far you go, you won't be alone. You're close to me with your memories all on their own. Bittersweet to say the least, we must keep going. Remember all the laughs and all the pains, and when today seemed out of reach and just so far away. Looking back, it's crazy how much you and I have grown. But no matter where you go, I hope you always know that you're not alone, no, you're not alone. No matter how far you go, you won't be alone. You're close to me with your memories all on their own. Bittersweet to say the least, we must keep going. So go and grow, know that you're not alone. Oh, know that you're not alone. Oh, know that you're not alone. far you go, you won't be alone. You're close to me with your memories all on their own. Bittersweet to say the least, we must keep going. Class of 2019, congratulations. There's a lot of people who need love in this world, right? And we're so lucky to be where we're at. So remember, you got everyone around you here to support you. Go out there and make a difference, change some lives, and share some love, right?
For those of you who don't know it, you're looking at a Renaissance man right there. Musically talented, academically gifted, a great athlete. I'll tell you a quick story about him. I rode with Akela on tour to Tahoe, and he was on a mountain bike with a chain that was skipping and only one gear that worked. Remember that? That guy is tough. Thanks, Akela. Now it's my honor to introduce Ty Casey, President of the Student Government Association. Ty.
Good morning, and thank you everyone, first and foremost, for braving this Tahoe weather we have here. It's classic Tahoe weather, so thank you all for coming out. Before I announce the senior gift, I want to say congratulations to everyone sitting here in front of me today. We finally did it, so congratulations everyone. I know it took a long time, but we're finally here. The senior gift symbolizes appreciation from the current senior class while representing a much greater desire for Sierra Nevada College to succeed in future generations. This year, the senior gift is twofold. To begin, the SNC transportation vans used for both academic and athletic purposes will be redesigned for continued use here at Sierra Nevada College for generations to come. Second, this summer, design and construction of the new 2019 athletic training and physical therapy room will begin. This room will be used by SNC students, athletes, and classes alike. These gifts were proposed and voted for by the current 2019 senior class. And if we could all put our hands together for these generous gifts that this class gave us, and looking forward to the future. Thank you guys. Everyone, congratulations again.
I've asked Sana Ohan, Director of Events, Student Government Association, to introduce this year's commencement speaker, Lee Han Chan. Sana.
First of all, Eva, thanks for making me cry. Dear class of 2019, professors, faculty members, families and friends, I'm honored to introduce our 2019 commencement speaker, Ms. Lee Han Chan. I had a chance to meet her yesterday to talk about her life and achievements. Lee Han came to United States all the way from Singapore to study at Stanford University. A few years later, thanks to Tim Cohey and our great ski business program, Lee Han decided to apply to SNC and was accepted that very same week. Good job, admissions. During her studies at SNC, she was also an intern at Sierra Angels, and today she's serving a proud member. After graduating from SNC, she founded a company called Dyna-Optics, the first company in the world to develop, manufacture, and sell groundbreaking optical lenses. Currently, she manages the camera and sensor programs at a self-driving vehicle company, Chalks, in Silicon Valley. In her student days, Lehan was a nationally ranked tennis player. As a professional athlete, she learned about tenacity and pushing even when it gets difficult. This was a huge factor in her success later in her professional life. Lehan is a prime example of the entrepreneurial spirit that SNC produces, and also an example what we can all achieve with the tools we are given here. As most Tahoe people do, Lehan has a deep passion for rock climbing, snowboarding, teleskiing, and hiking with the family dog. But now, I will let her to tell more about her inspirational story. Please, everyone, welcome on the stage, Miss Lehan Shan.
Hi, everyone. Good morning. Good morning. President Walker, Provost Beets, distinguished members of the Board of Trustees, dedicated faculty, staff, long-suffering family, friends. I bid you all a warm welcome on this very special day. Folks over there, hi, sorry, it's all blocked. Please join me in congratulating once again SNC Tahoe's 2019 graduating class. You know, when Daniel Kelly invited me to make this year's commencement speech, of course I was incredibly honored. And I must confess, a little annoyed because I was going to be joining the ranks of highly accomplished individuals, all stressing out for months about what to say. So I did what we all do when we have an important task that we don't have a good idea about how to go about. I went to YouTube. So one of the most important speeches, viewed over 15 million times now, was by Admiral William McRaven. Do you know what his number one piece of advice was? What was it? That's right, you got it. Make your bed every morning. I figured out why that one's so popular. Desperate parents share it year after year when the children move home after graduation. You know, in all honesty, I don't think I can offer you any profound wisdom that Steve Jobs, Oprah Winfrey, Zadie Smith, or countless other illustrious individuals haven't already shared. I do have some personal reflections that might be of use to you. But before that, in true college spirit, here's my very useful one-paragraph Cliff Notes version of all the other speeches summarized for you. Okay, you ready? All right, here we go. Work hard. Embrace failure. Be kind. Be humble. Have courage. Serve your community. Follow your heart and let your true self shine. Dream big, but don't just dream. Do. Make a difference, because the difference that you make matters. Stay hungry, stay foolish, and of course, make your bed. Thank you very much. I'm joking, I'm not actually done. This would have been the shortest commencement speech ever, and you would have been so glad because it's so darn cold today. I know. You know, there is wisdom in these words, but you know what I didn't find was anyone speaking about the value of graduating from a liberal arts college located in one of the most beautiful places on earth. Well, actually I lied. Ellen DeGeneres, she came the closest when she said, follow your own path. Except unless you're in the woods and you're lost, in which case if you see a path, you should probably follow that path. So graduates, I invite you to do the following exercise with me. And everyone else, please join in too. All right, close your eyes. Take a deep breath. I want you to think back to the very first time you saw Lake Tahoe. Do you remember how that felt? Yeah. If you were like me, you were stunned at the immense expanse of just clear blue water, your heart filled with awe. I can remember that moment. I was so present and so peaceful and so alive. Now, if you've got that memory, hold it in your body just for a moment, because that's what I want to talk about. You see, I graduated from SNC 10 years ago, and still today, because of having had this daily reinforcing experience of heaven on earth, I'm able to readily and easily access joy. It's a touchstone for me, an intimate connection that reminds me what it's like to feel alive and awake. I urge you to remember what joy feels like, to carry it with you everywhere you go. Why? Because, outside of this beautiful campus, many parts of life are going to be pretty rough. So rough, you might even forget what joy feels like. You won't have these amazing faculty members, caring staff members, all rooting for you, dedicated to your growth and success. You'll likely have to earn a living, pay the bills, possibly commute for hours day after day in rush hour traffic. And all of a sudden, your humdrum, routine, and senseless life begins to look like one of those old Dilbert cartoons. I don't know if you guys are old enough to know Dilbert, but the older ones of us will. And this is just the easy part of the hard stuff, right? We haven't even talked about the really hard stuff, like suffering associated with failed relationships, illness, aging, and death. So I encourage you to let joy be an anchor, not just in the hard times, but especially in the hard times. I hope you will close your eyes and think of Tahoe and remind yourself what it feels like to be alive. It might offer you a different guidepost, instead of some default societal expectation or social media expectation. For me, it has served as an extremely reliable internal GPS. As I've made some of the most important decisions in my life, I remind myself, this is what it feels like to be alive. This is joy. In my experience, though, joy is necessary but not sufficient for a life well lived. It is just as important, it is just as essential to be aware of the important things right in front of us that actually bring us joy. To illustrate this, let me borrow a story from David Foster Wallace's commencement speech, which he actually borrowed from an old Buddhist monk. So it goes like this. Two fish are swimming along, and they pass by an older fish swimming in the opposite direction. And the older fish says, "Good morning, boys. How's the water?" The young fish smile pleasantly, and they swim on. Then one fish stops. He looks a little confused, and he turns to the other, and he asks, "What the hell is water?" So I take this story to mean that the most important realities of life are the hardest to see and the easiest to miss. Sometimes we run so fast on autopilot, we don't even know where we're going or why we're running. Have you ever had this experience? Yeah? I see some faces nodding, some audience members nodding. It's kind of an unconsciousness that can no longer feel joy, because one's life becomes the pursuit of temporary refuges like power and money and status. It's a kind of unconsciousness that the writer Annie Dillard called an itty-bitty life, a kind of respectable adult life, but one that is ultimately dead, or at best, asleep. So I've had to snap myself out of this stupor quite a few times. When I was about your age, I spent some time volunteering in South Africa, and I saw firsthand what it was like to be crushingly poor in a horrifically racist country. And I told myself as I left that little village that I would never forget the pain and suffering that exists in the world, especially right around me. I did actually forget quite quickly. I graduated, I got on a hamster wheel, and I started running for years. Until one day in London, after working a series of 100-hour weeks, I found out I hadn't gotten a promotion I thought I so deserved. And I was really crushed. But in hindsight, I'm really grateful I didn't get that promotion because it is what inspired me to move to Tahoe, and I filled my soul with nature. I told myself I would never give all of my waking hours to a company or to a job ever again. But of course, eventually, I did. And this time, it was to my own company. Until one day, after years of months-long overseas business trips, I came home and our little puppy dog, Wheezy, instead of welcoming me with her usual waggy tail, she barked at me like I was a thief breaking into my own home. I'm really grateful for Wheezy. You know, I don't regret all the jobs that I had or the hours I put in. They got me here, so I think I'm doing okay. And in hindsight, it would have been great if it didn't take me so darn long to realize that joy comes from paying full attention to the things right in front of you. What is right in front of me is tending to meaningful relationships with my family, my friends, my neighbors. What is right in front of me is helping my mom fix her phone so she feels loved. All right? What is right in front of me is engaging in the challenges of our time, trying to be one small voice for what I believe makes the world a better place. It is about seeing people in the world who might not otherwise be seen. So some of you know, well, you know now that I have a prior undergraduate degree, and without any doubt, I assure you, I didn't get this profound teaching there. I learned it here, in the company of my amazing mentors who believed in me and helped me grow. So thank you. You see, the value, the real value of an SNC Tahoe liberal arts education is not just this next job or this next step in your career. Important as these things are, the real value is that we have been trained to see more clearly, to question the normal way of doing things, and to think critically and to approach life in an entrepreneurial, sustainable, and really thoughtful way. So I still run, or to go back to the little fish, you know, I still swim. I swim hard, I swim fast, but I swim differently because now I know this is water. I have great faith that if you use this SNC degree you're about to receive to its full advantage and as intended, the gift of this education will help you wake to what is most important in your life. It will help you make more nuanced, more meaningful, and arguably better choices in every moment in this one precious life that you have. So I wish you luck and good fortune, class of 2019, as you make your ways in the world. I urge you to always be connected to joy and realize in every moment that you can connect to the most important things right in front of you. This is joy. This is water. I urge you not to just make hay while the sun shines, as the saying goes. I urge you to also make friends, make art, and make love. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Lee Han, and welcome home. I'm especially honored now to introduce the chair of our advancement committee for the Board of Trustees, Dave Collins. Dave Collins is not only a member of the Board of Trustees, he is a friend, he is a mentor, he's been a counselor to me, and I appreciate him very, very much. He's a graduate of Notre Dame and Harvard Law. He practiced law for 2 years in New York City before joining the Johnson & Johnson Law Department. There he stayed for 16 years, the last 3 as general counsel and member of the board of directors. In 1978, he moved to the management side, serving in turn as president of McNeil Pharmaceutical, group chairman of several Latin American subsidiaries, member of the executive committee, chairman of the worldwide consumer sector, and vice chairman of the board. While at Johnson & Johnson, he was a member of the small senior team of executives handling the 1982 and 1986 Tylenol poisoning episodes, serving as the face of the company in several early TV interviews. Leaving in 1986, he spent 2 years in venture capital and 5 years as president of Healthcare Products Division of Sherling Plow Corporation and a member of their operations committee. Since retiring, he's done consulting and served on boards of several public and private companies. In his private life, he's been active in the Aspen Institute seminar programs, has taught his own course on corporate social responsibility at several colleges and universities, served on the boards of several nonprofits, including the Fairleigh Dickinson University as chairman, the Calvin Coolidge Memorial Foundation, and the Incline Village Community Hospital. He and his wife Judy have been residents of Incline until recently for 18 years and now lives in the Reno area. Dave Collins.
It's a long list. Thank you very much. On behalf of Chairman Hudson Donnie and the entire board of trustees, I want to wish you congratulations, warm congratulations, and good luck as you go on using your learnings from this wonderful institution to make a place in the world. Now to the business. The Board of Trustees, in accordance with the charter of Sierra Nevada College, reserves the authority to approve the granting of all academic degrees. The president and the faculty have recommended the candidates before us to receive the degrees as listed in the programs. With the unanimous approval of the Board of Trustees, I hereby confer upon the president the authority to confer these degrees. Mr. President, please proceed.
Mr. President, will the candidates please rise? I present to you the candidates, all of whom have met the requirements for their degrees as prescribed by the faculty of this institution.
Upon the recommendation of the faculty of Sierra Nevada College, and by authority vested in me from the Board of Trustees, as president of Sierra Nevada College, I confer upon each of you the degrees you have earned as printed in the official program for the 49th commencement ceremony of Sierra Nevada College, with all the rights, privileges, and prerogatives pertaining thereto. Congratulations, you may be seated.
Will the candidates for the Master of Arts in Education and Master of Arts in Teaching please stand and come forward? Beth Taliaferro, Chair of the Teacher Education Department, will introduce the candidates.
Thank you, Executive President and Provost Shannon Beats. I'd like to recognize the faculty of the Department of Teacher Education, Graduate Programs in Administration and Teaching. If you would please stand at this time so that we can recognize you. Thank you. Michaela Filicamo, Master of Arts in Teaching and Secondary Education. Danielle Warren, Master of Arts in Teaching and Elementary Education. Molly Bernard, Master of Arts in Teaching and Elementary Education. Sarah Lizette Perez, Master of Education in Teaching English as a Second Language. Timothy Nelson, Master of Arts in Teaching in Secondary Education. Charles Target, Master of Arts in Teaching in Elementary and Secondary Education. Justin Evans Streeter, Master of Education in Administration. Cameron Dane Carmichael, Master of Arts in Teaching in Secondary Education. Jason Ventutulo, Master of Arts in Teaching in Elementary Education. Jessica Vanzella, Master of Arts in Teaching in Secondary Education. Beverly Denise Wilson, Master of Arts in Teaching in Elementary Education. Elizabeth Eva Buchholz, Master of Arts in Teaching in Secondary Education. Tanya Ordinalo, Master of Arts in Teaching in Elementary Education. Meredith Ladage, Master of Arts in Teaching in Elementary Education. Brooke Catlin, Master of Arts in Teaching in Special Education. Julie Holcomb, Master of Arts in Teaching in Elementary Education. Ashley Porter, Master of Arts in Teaching in Elementary Education. Alyssa Bianchi, Master of Arts in Teaching in Elementary Education. Nicole Pascal, Master of Arts in Teaching in Elementary Education. Kelly Miles, Master of Education in Administration. Amanda Dupree, Master of Education in Administration. Tara Mae Thompson, Master of Arts in Teaching in Special Education. Sarah Marie Udi, Master of Education in Administration. Oscar Padilla Ochoa, Master of Education in Administration. Rita Leanne McAuliffe, Master of Education in Administration. Kirsty Holmes, Master of Education in Administration. Deanne Cecilia Chisholm, Master of Education in English Language Acquisition and Development. Karina Warnke, Master of Education in Administration. Zachary Cargus, Master of Arts in Teaching in Secondary Education. Madeline Roy, Master of Arts in Teaching in Elementary and Secondary Education. Karen Kalin, Master of Arts in Teaching in Elementary Education. Doris Valesquez, Master of Arts in Teaching in Elementary Education. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Beth. Will the candidates for the Bachelor of Science in Business Administration and Bachelor of Arts in International Studies please rise and come forward? Justin Spies, Chair, Department of Business, will introduce the candidates.
Congratulations to all the graduates. Thank you so much to our faculty and staff and administration for making this possible. Vilda Matilda Johansson, Bachelor of Science in Business Administration and Global Business Management and Marketing, graduating magna cum laude, valedictorian candidate. Sana Anina Ahonen, Bachelor of Science in Business Administration and Marketing, graduating magna cum laude, valedictorian candidate. Karina Isabel Logan, Bachelor of Science in Business Administration and Global Business Management. Heidi Pintor, Bachelor of Science in Business Administration and Marketing. Taylor Halsey, Bachelor of Science in Business Administration and Marketing. Andrew Johnson Els, Bachelor of Science in Business Administration and Ski Business and Resort Management and Marketing. Harris Bedford, Bachelor of Science in Business Administration and Ski Business and Resort Management and Finance and Economics. Forrest Hasbrook, Bachelor of Science in Business Administration and Global Business Management and Ski Business and Resort Management. Aaron Luco, Bachelor of Science in Business Administration and Finance and Economics. Samantha Conaway, Bachelor of Science in Business Administration and Entrepreneurship and Marketing. Anton Baller, Bachelor of Science in Business Administration and Global Business Management, Finance and Economics, graduating magna cum laude. Kimberly Ann Riddle, Bachelor of Science in Business Administration and Global Business Management, graduating summa cum laude. Kimberly D. Barnett Burton, Bachelor of Science in Business Administration and Global Business Management, graduating summa cum laude. Donna M. Mayer, Bachelor of Science in Business Administration and Global Business Management, graduating summa cum laude. Ryan Eric Hernandez, Bachelor of Science in Business Administration in Ski Business and Resort Management, graduating summa cum laude, valedictorian candidate. Andre Delagnes, Bachelor of Science in Business Administration and Global Business Management. Kash Yared, Bachelor of Arts in International Studies with a minor in Sustainability. Jacob Tyler Castro, Bachelor of Science in Business Administration and Entrepreneurship. Sean Conroy, Bachelor of Science in Business Administration and Ski Business and Resort Management and Marketing. George Spencer Ross, Bachelor of Science in Business Administration and Ski Business and Resort Management. Casey Esther Carolyn, Bachelor of Science in Business Administration and Finance and Economics. Riley M. Whitaker, Bachelor in Science in Business Administration and Finance and Economics with a minor in Marketing. Troy Cohey, Bachelor of Science in Business Administration and Ski Business and Resort Management. Tim W. Healy, Bachelor of Science in Business Administration and Global Business Management. Jesse Preston Harris Hinson, Bachelor of Science in Business Administration, Finance and Economics, and Global Business Management. Balin John Marshall, Bachelor of Science in Business Administration and Finance and Economics. Cole Robert Kennedy, Bachelor of Science in Business Administration and Finance and Economics. Joseph Callie Caligari, Bachelor of Science in Business Administration and Marketing. Trevor Mann, Bachelor of Science in Business Administration and Economics. Nicholas Yell, Bachelor of Science in Business Administration in Marketing. Brett Thomas Sikora, Bachelor of Science in Business Administration and Marketing. Jenna C. Seabury, Bachelor of Arts in International Studies with a concentration in Global Business Management, graduating magna cum laude, valedictorian candidate. Melissa Watts, Bachelor of Science in Business Administration and Entrepreneurship, graduating cum laude. Let's give it up for the business graduates.
Okay, Justin. Will of the candidates? For the Bachelor of Arts in Art and Bachelor of Fine Arts, please rise and come forward. Shirley O'Connor, Chair, Department of Fine Arts, will introduce the candidates.
Good morning. I'd like the Fine Arts faculty to please rise. Fine Arts faculty. I want to thank you guys so much for all your dedication and hard work all year long to make these successful graduates. You guys rock. Thank you. And so do these guys. Anna Rose Brunel, Bachelor of Fine Arts and Arts with a concentration in ceramics, graduating magna cum laude, valedictorian candidate, and POD Award winner. Congratulations. Thank you. Brianna Angelina Ruvo, Bachelor of Arts in Art, graduating cum laude. Congratulations. Yasha, oh my goodness, how do you say this? Charliandra? Charliandra Gray. Bachelor of Fine Arts in Art with a concentration in ceramics. Congratulations, art students. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Sherry. Will the candidates for Bachelor of Arts in Humanities, English, Psychology, and Interdisciplinary Studies please rise and come forward? June Saraceno, Chair, Department of Humanities and Social Sciences, will introduce the candidates.
Will the humanities faculty please rise and be recognized? Katie, Robert, Christina, all y'all, Dan. Great faculty, good work. David Ikelaela Kahoali'i Monez Lewis. Bachelor of Arts in Psychology with a minor in music, graduating summa cum laude, valedictorian candidate. Ulissa Mendez, Bachelor of Arts in Psychology with a minor in Biology, graduating summa cum laude, valedictorian candidate. Erica Lynn McCormick, Bachelor of Arts in Psychology, graduating cum laude. Caitlin Ann Cabral, Bachelor of Arts in Psychology with a minor in Marketing. Julia Rock, Bachelor of Arts in Psychology. Leah Maddox, Bachelor of Arts in Psychology. Jacob Lewis, Bachelor of Arts in Psychology. Andrea D. Salas Rodriguez, Bachelor of Arts in Psychology, magna cum laude. Jacob Daniel Rogers, Bachelor of Arts in Psychology, summa cum laude. Emily Ann Piper, Bachelor of Arts in Humanities. Making her mark already. Allie Ingbertson, Bachelor of Arts in Humanities. Morgan Meadows, Bachelor of Arts in Interdisciplinary Studies with disciplines in Digital Art and Journalism. Summa cum laude, valedictorian candidate. Charlene Rose Jones, Bachelor of Arts in Interdisciplinary Studies with disciplines in Psychology and Art. Rhett Dawes, Bachelor of Arts in Interdisciplinary Studies with disciplines in Digital Arts and Journalism, magna cum laude. Rylan West, Bachelor of Arts in Interdisciplinary Studies, Digital Art and Journalism. Also making his mark. Oh, whoops. Blake Fesco, Bachelor of Arts in Interdisciplinary Studies with a discipline in Sustainability. That's a Tahoe look. Gino Vincent Meyer, Bachelor of Arts in Interdisciplinary Studies with disciplines in Outdoor Adventure Leadership and Environmental Science. Grant Keebler Diedrich, Bachelor of Arts in Interdisciplinary Studies with disciplines in Digital Art and Creative Writing, graduating cum laude. Dylan Jers, Bachelor of Arts in Interdisciplinary Studies with a discipline in Sustainability. Brenna Michelle Foggy, Bachelor of Arts in Interdisciplinary Studies with disciplines in Outdoor Adventure Leadership, Ski Business Management, and Resort Management. Simone Wainwright, Bachelor of Arts in Interdisciplinary Studies with disciplines in Sustainability, magna cum laude. Macy Rochelle Miller, Bachelor of Arts in Interdisciplinary Studies with disciplines in Outdoor Adventure Leadership and Art. Vanessa Nashi Dunn, Bachelor of Arts in Interdisciplinary Studies in International Studies and Humanities, graduating cum laude. Jamie Edwards, Bachelor of Arts in Interdisciplinary Studies with disciplines in New Media Journalism, graduating cum laude. Erin Christine Wilson, Bachelor of Arts in Interdisciplinary Studies with a discipline in New Media Journalism and a minor in English. McKenna Bean, Bachelor of Arts in Interdisciplinary Studies with a discipline in Sustainability, graduating cum laude.
Thank you, June. Will the candidates for the Bachelor of Science please rise and come forward? Dr. Andy Rose, Chair of the Department of Science and Technology, will introduce the candidates.
As the candidates join us on the stage, will the distinguished faculty in the Science Department stand and be acknowledged? Thank you for all your hard work and dedication. Kellen Patrick Rhoda, Bachelor of Science in Environmental Science with a concentration in ecology and a minor in sustainability. Brittany Nicole Williamson, Bachelor of Science in Biology with a concentration in sports medicine. Samuel David Zulsdorf, Bachelor of Science in Environmental Science with a concentration in ecology and a minor in outdoor adventure leadership. Taya Miranda Fisher, Bachelor of Science in Environmental Science with a concentration in earth science. Christian Deli Lanieri, Bachelor of Science in Environmental Science with a concentration in Natural Resource Management and a minor in Outdoor Adventure Leadership. Magna cum laude, valedictorian candidate. Emily Colby, Bachelor of Science in Biology. Christopher Polito, Bachelor of Science in Biology. Claire O'Brien, Bachelor of Science in Biology with a concentration in sport medicine, graduating summa cum laude, valedictorian candidate. Ty Casey, Bachelor of Science in Environmental Science with a concentration in Natural Resource Management and a minor in Management. Ava Jasbak, Bachelor in Science in Biology and a Bachelor in Science in Environmental Science with a concentration in Earth Science, graduating summa cum laude, your 2019 valedictorian.
At this time, would all master's degree graduates please rise once again? Those who have earned master's degrees. Master's candidates, the hoods you wear are a symbol of your original scholarship, your professional excellence, and your dedication to your field. Wear them with pride in recognition of your accomplishments. Thank you. You may be seated. At this time, would all bachelor's degree graduates please rise once again? Bachelor's candidates, in recognition of your achievement, you may now move your tassels from the right to the left. You may be seated. Many stories can be told by our graduates today about their journey with us at Sierra Nevada College. Many of you have had to hold down jobs working long hours while being full or part-time students. Some of our graduates are international students whose families have traveled halfway around the world to be here with us today. As you return to your home countries, go with our best wishes. I hope you will take with you fond memories of your time here at Sierra Nevada College. Some of our graduates are non-traditional students who have family and job obligations and for whom being a student came after work and family. We greatly admire your achievements as well. For the graduates who attended Sierra Nevada College here in Incline Village campus, while you have worked hard, we hope that you have enjoyed the time that you've spent in the Tahoe region and this wonderful community of Incline Village. For many of you, this was your first experience away from home and family. So while you have learned much from your coursework, we are sure that you've also learned much about life and living. We hope that the many friendships you have formed will stand the test of time and that you will include among them associations that you have made with our faculty and staff. For just as we have been an important part of your life, you too have become an important part of ours. Graduates, the degree that you've earned represents your investment in yourselves and in this college. To you, our newest alums, I make this pledge. I promise that we will do everything within our power to add value to the degree you have earned and the investment you have made. Expect and demand that from us, and when called upon, help us to fulfill this most important responsibility. We want you to be proud of the education you received at Sierra Nevada College, and I'm counting on your help in the years to come to keep our college strong and healthy so that those who come after you will benefit from the same experience. To the members of the audience, I would like to say that I fully realize that none of our graduates would be here today had they not received constant support from mothers, fathers, brothers, sisters, girlfriends, boyfriends, and many other people dear to them. Part of the diploma that our students bring home was earned by you too. all of you who have helped our graduates, I say, please rise so that we may recognize you and express our appreciation. Friends and family of the graduates, please rise. Graduates, let's give them a big hand. And finally, graduates, thank you for all that you've given us and for all that you will be giving to society in the years to come. Make your mark on this world. We need you. Fulfill your dreams and always remember those who helped to make this all possible for you. Good luck, good life, and good health. Would all the graduates please stand? Ladies and gentlemen, it's my honor to present to you the graduating class of 2019 and the newest alumni of Sierra Nevada College.